Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about how to solve a variety of problems on a GDC. So the topics we're going to be going over are basic operations, arithmetic progression, and geometric progression. I'll also be talking about a sigma in this topic and how to use that on your calculator, solving quadratic equations, solving logarithmic expressions, and solving questions related to permutations and combinations. So the first thing we'll be going over are basic operations. So when you first turn on a GDC, you should come to a home page like this. So you can see you can use all these buttons to navigate, the side arrow buttons, and you got escape to go back, and you got your on button here, and turn off, press control and on, so that way you can use this blue word here called off. So you click A to go to calculate, which takes you to your calculator, and so basically you can do addition. You click enter, and you can do subtraction. You do multiplication, and so on. You can also do division. Okay, so moving on to our next topic, arithmetic progression. So the first problem, we're going to go over two problems in this. The first question is, the fourth term of an arithmetic sequence is 8. The sum of the first 5 terms is 25. Find the first term of the sequence. This question does not require too much of the calculator. It just requires you making a simultaneous equation and solving them, but we'll just go ahead and do that. Okay, so looking at the information that we see in the question, which is, I'm going to repeat it, the fourth term of an arithmetic series is 8. The sum of the first 5 terms is 25. Find the first 5 terms. So using the information, so first we take the formula for the nth term, which is a plus n minus 1 into d, which would be the first term plus n minus 1 into the common difference, and the sum of n terms, which you can see here. So the nth term, we know that the nth term for this equation is 8. So it'll be 8 is equal to a plus n minus 1 d. But then it's the nth term, but it's also the fourth term. The fourth term is 8. So you can see that n here will be 4. And d is something we do not know yet. The sum of 25 terms is 25. So here it'll be 25 is equal to 5 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d by 2. So we're going to write this again in with the values. So this is your first equation. Then your second equation would be 25 is equal to 5, since it's the fifth term, into 2a plus 4d because it's the fifth term, which should be n minus 1, so then you divide this whole thing by 2. Now let's simplify this part, this second equation, to make it 25 is equal to 10a plus 20d by 2, and you can cut this off to make this 5 and make this 10. So now let's write that again. 8 is equal to a plus 3d, and you have 25 is equal to 5a plus 10d. Now if you make these two, if you convert these into the form of a simultaneous equation, you would get 40 is equal to 5a plus 15d, and 25 is equal to 5a plus 10d, and you'd cross these two out because they cancel each other, and you subtract here and you subtract here, so you get 15 is equal to 5d, and d is equal to 3. So now that you know that your common difference is 3, you can easily find out the previous numbers. So you take the fourth term here is 8. and you want to find the first 5. And now that you know the first 5, and you know the common difference is 3, so you know that the 5th term will be the 4th plus the common difference, so that will be 8 plus 3. And then the 3rd term will be 8 minus 3. 2nd term will be 5 minus 3. And the 1st term will be 2 minus 3, which is negative 1. So these are your first 5 terms. Right, now let's move on to the next question. Find the sum of the first 4 terms of a sequence starting with 1 and having a general formula of 2n plus 1. So in order to solve this question, head back to your calculator. To clear what you've previously done on your calculator, you click Doc, and you click B. That way it goes clear. So basically what B does is it heads to clear scratchpad. And you click Escape to go back. So now you want to find the sum of first 4 terms of a sequence starting with 1 and having a general formula of 2n plus 1. What you can do is enter this in the sigma format, where you find it right here. You click this button here and you click the sigma one, and you enter so you want to find the first 4 terms, and you enter the general formula on the right, which would be 2n plus 1. And the first term is 1, so you type n is equal to 1. You click enter, and that's your answer. The sum of the first 4 terms is 24. Now let's solve it. Let's move on to solving quadratic equations. So you want to find the value of x for x squared for plus 4x plus 16. So head over to your calculator and click Menu, click Algebra, and click Numerical Solve. This one lets you solve. A numerical solve lets you input a quadratic equation and click Enter. And it'll give you the values of x. So let's enter our equation: x squared plus 4x plus 16 is equal to 0. Now you want to put a comma and put x to help the calculator identify that you're going to be solving for x. You click enter, and it says no solution found. That is because this is a bad equation. Now moving on to the next topic, we're going to be looking at how to solve a logarithmic expression, or just any question regarding log in a calculator. So the first question is log 8 to the base 2. You got to find what this equals. So we're going to go and open our calculator. We're going to click Control and click 10 to the power x, because the control option for that is log. And you get your log, and you get 2 empty spaces. You want to put 2 in the bottom one and put 8 in the base. So you click enter, and it says it's 3. Now our next question is it's a 1 by 3 log 27 to the base 2. Now you click log, you click 2, and then 27. Then you go back and you click Control and divide to make a fraction. You click 1 by 3. Click enter, and it tells you your answer: 1.58496. Now moving on to our last topic, it's permutations and combinations. The first question is of combinations. So there are 11 members on a basketball team. How many different combinations of players can there be for the main 5? Now the main 5 are the first 5 players that start the game out and take the jump ball. Now we're going to move over to our calculator, and we're going to first clear. Then we're going to click Menu, look into probability, and then find combinations. First we're going to enter a total number of players, 11. Then we're going to enter the number that we want, is 5. So there are 462 different combinations you can have of all those players. Now moving on to the second question. You have 4 reindeer: Lancer, Quentin, Ezekiel, and Rudy. And you want to have 3 of them fly your sleigh. How many different ways can you fly a reindeer? So let's move on to our calculator, and let's find the same way and go into probability and click permutations. So we're going to click 4, since that's the total amount of reindeer we have, and we're going to click 3 because we only have 3. And so these are 24 different ways we can fly our reindeer. A way to check is calculating by yourself, because see, you have 4 different reindeer, but you only want 3 reindeer. So you can have 4 in the first spot, where you have, when you have reindeers fly your sleigh, you have them in a line. So in the first spot you can have 1 of 4 reindeer, But then in the second spot, you're going to have 3 left. So you put 3 here. And in the third spot, you're only going to have 2 left. So you put 2 here. And the way to solve this, you multiply these. And that gives you 24. Alright, thank you guys.